You know what, you guys sit tight, okay? You see anyone?
There's nobody here. We're all brand new.
What? Oh, whoa, hey, someone's coming! Yo!
Clay! Clay, get in the car!
Oh, wait, should we wait and talk to him?
Get in the fucking car right now!
What are you doing? Should we flag him down? Maybe they know something.
There's no one in that car!
Let me let this car go.
Welcome to another episode of the Bug Bite, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. In this episode of the Bug Bite, we are going to be talking again about Tesla and their reversal of their bold claims on self-driving and their mileage per charge. So let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right into our article for today. Alrighty. So this article is brought to us by Gizmodo, and the title of the article is Tesla Reverses on Bold Claims of Range and Full Self-Driving. And its subcaption, Elon Musk electric cars may not be able to drive themselves or for as many miles as they once claimed. So let's find out what this is all about. So let's start off. It says, Teslas have always sounded a little too good to be true, and Elon Musk is in the doghouse again for his latest expression of quote-unquote free speech. It seems Teslas can't drive as far as they once claimed and still don't truly drive themselves. All right? So this is what we're going to be reviewing today. It says Tesla slashed range estimates of its Model Y long range and performance models by 6% on Thursday, according to Electrek. Musk's electric car company also issued a software update to 1.6 million vehicles in China on Friday, reminding drivers they still have to pay attention while the autopilot is enabled. So this is getting interesting. Let's break down some details real quick, okay? So the Model Y's new range estimates are not a reduction in performance, but rather a more realistic estimate of how far a Tesla's charge will get you. The Model Y long-range model is down to 310 miles from 330, a shocking 20-mile reduction, while the Model Y performance is down to 285 from 303. So this one is less than 20-mile reduction. It is about 18-mile reduction, okay? According to Electrek. As for the AutoPilot update, there was a similar over-the-air software update to over 2 million Teslas in December after the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration determined Teslas was not doing enough to ensure drivers use the system correctly. This week, the update expanded to Teslas in China, where competitor BYD recently overtook Tesla as the top-selling electric car. So let's stop right there for a second, right? Because I saw that we reviewed that story on a morning show about BYD quote unquote overtaking Tesla as a top electric selling car. But you see, and this is the thing with metrics, right? They can be manipulated to what sounds good to you or to the case that you're trying to make. So the BYD quote unquote taking over Tesla as a top selling electric car was for 1 quarter. So if we're going to be if the only standard of measurement is going to be quarter to quarter, then okay, sure. But so it depends on the metric, like on what metric we're using, because for the entire year, Tesla still was the top selling electric car. So, when you're trying to make a point, you're going to use data that is relevant to you. So that's why they can say here that BYD recently overtook Tesla as the top selling electric car, but there should be an asterisk saying just for the past quarter. All right. Okay. Anyways, California's DMV is currently in a legal battle with Musk over bold marketing claims about Tesla's full self-driving capability, despite the cars requiring driver supervision in autopilot mode. The DMV accuses Tesla of fraud, whereas Musk calls the exaggerated claims free speech. So, and it's like, what is full self-driving mode? Is it just that you can kick back and fall asleep and wake up at your destination, or is it that the vehicle is driving and like you're actively monitoring just to make sure that things are on the up and up? When a pilot goes into autopilot mode and the plane is quote unquote flying itself, are they not paying attention? Are they taking a nap? Like, how does that work? So I'd be curious to hear how pilots handle, like, what exactly is autopilot mode, whether it's in a Tesla or it's in a plane, right? So that's interesting that they're getting so much scrutiny, but it might be over the claims of free speech that they're getting the scrutiny. So anyways, independent testers have questioned the advertised ranges on Teslas for a long time. In 2021, Edmunds found the Tesla Model Y performance drove 9.6 fewer miles than advertised. Yes. Oh no. 9.6% fewer miles than advertised, not 9.6 miles. All right. This updated range from Tesla is closer to its actual performance, but what does that make the old range an exaggeration or another example of free speech? So I'll say this, right? Whenever I have whatever car I've had, right, and they advertise the range that the car can go, right? I never hit that top range, you know. I don't know if it's because I'm using the AC, how I drive, or whatever it is, but I never hit the top range because what are the conditions of the criteria? It's usually above the lower range. It's somewhere in the middle, but it's usually closer to the lower range than it is to the higher range. So it's just interesting. It's interesting that they're so specific on the mileage itself. I'm curious to see what the total range is because when there's a range, there's a minimum and then there's a maximum. Are these numbers that they are comparing it to the minimum or the maximum? So that would be interesting to hear as well. So it's just interesting, like the scrutiny that is being brought upon, but as well like the claims that are made, they have to be somewhat accurate, So it's just different things to consider. Okay. The First Amendment arguably is quickly becoming a core tenet of Musk's businesses. Tesla, X, and XAI, the creator of the AI chatbot Grok, all seem poised to promote free speech at all costs. However, the line between freedom of speech and fraud at Tesla is up for debate amongst lawyers in California. All right. So that is interesting. That is our article for today. Let's come back for a little bit of commentary. So, you know, it's this court case in California, who God knows has way more important things to worry um, about free speech and fraud. You know, if that's the case, shouldn't all companies be going shouldn't they be going over like shouldn't they be going after all companies based on fraud claims? Because with marketing, there's always some level of exaggeration, you know, because what you're testing again, like you're going to be marketing your best case scenario, right? When most people they're going to get to a middle, right? Um, what I wonder is, are the Tesla owners complaining about this? You know, and just the whole part about the self driving, about the autopilot and having to monitor it. Are we really saying that we just want to kick back and let the vehicle like have all the decisions? Like we can't even monitor where we're going. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts. Right? Leave me a comment on the video. I'm curious to know your thoughts about this. Do you see this as a big deal? Do you see this as a big nothing burger?
This is a nothing burger.
Is that a nothing burger? I don't know. Right? But for me, I'm like, this. They are a hammer and look. They are a hammer in search for a nail. That's how I see it, right? But it is what it is. Anyhow, that is our episode of the Bug Bite. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Go ahead, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can know every time we go live. Like the video, share the video, and don't forget, check out the Patreon at www.techcoachralph.dev so you can level up your technical skills with yours truly right here. And on that note, thank you for tuning in. This has been another episode of the Bug Bite. This is Tech Coach Ralph signing off.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.